Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is Ryan, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. Alright, folks, I've got to be honest with you here. I'm going to be transparent. The only reason I'm making this video is because I recorded way too much gameplay footage for my last video. Why co-op multiplayer video games are taking over. You should watch that video, by the way. I totally miscalculated the ratio of showing my sources on Google to B-roll footage. In hindsight, I should have seen this coming. It was only a 10-minute video, but to be fair to myself, I haven't made YouTube videos in a long-ass time. I'm still getting back into the swing of things, so mistakes will be made, inevitably. But now, I've got to do something with all this gameplay footage. I refuse to let good B-roll go to waste. So now, I just need a spark of inspiration, a topic that I can provide commentary on. But what could it be, and where could I find it? Oh, here we go. This works. My old bread and butter, debunking nihilistic doomer nonsense and propaganda about gaming. Let's talk about those who hold the perspective and position that video games in the 90s and 2000s were simple, finished on release, and pure. Alongside, this is a popular sentiment, they just don't make games like this anymore. Oh boy, let's get into it. Immediately, let's dismantle the delusion that the 90s and 2000s were some golden age of gaming where masterpieces were constantly released and there were no bad games. Everything was simple, finished on release, and pure. Well, I have to ask, was Shaq Fu simple, finished on release, and pure? Was Bubsy 3D simple, finished on release, and pure? Was Superman 64 simple, finished on release, and pure? Was Big Rigs over-the-road racing simple, finished on release, and pure? Was Bomberman Act Zero simple, finished on release, and pure? Was Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 simple, finished on release, and pure? I think you all get the point. There have always been bad video games. There have always been video games that have released broken, buggy, and unfinished. There have always been video games that have been sabotaged by corporate greed and mismanagement. This isn't a new phenomenon. This isn't something that recently developed in the 20-teens and 2020s. The big difference between now and then is the surrounding context. Back then, social media wasn't nearly as prevalent, and we didn't have 500,000 fucking grifters on the internet trying to rage bait you into consistently consuming their content so they can make ad revenue off you, or try and sell their sponsors to you. Yes, of course, an argument can be made that corporate greed has certainly evolved over the years, but that's corporate greed for you. As technology continues to rapidly advance, avarice is not far behind. Read a history book. Watch a documentary, for goodness sakes. All of this is to say, the existence of poor quality modern video games and anti-consumer business practices from the video game industry does not somehow magically negate the existence of genuine good quality video games releasing nowadays. Take this comment from a Halo Reach 15th anniversary trailer video. They just don't make games like this anymore. Yes, they do. Where have you been the past decade? Tell me you don't play video games without telling me you don't play video games. Bro, Space Marine 2 is right there, and Battlefield 6 is about to release. It's right around the corner. Now, because the commenter doesn't specify, I'm assuming when he says they don't make games like this anymore, they're talking about these full, complete package games with a campaign, PvP multiplayer, and some additional co-op PvE mode. But, you know, Call of Duty has been releasing every single year with all those things, so they do still make those kinds of games. Please do not misinterpret this statement as me praising modern Call of Duty. Far from it. Now, there is a fair argument to be made that we don't see as many of those full, complete package games with the trifecta of a campaign, multiplayer, and co-op mode. You got me there. I concede. However, I would then argue in response that each of these different game types, single-player campaign, PvP multiplayer, and PvE co-op, are all individually getting adequately serviced, with unique and far more fleshed out experiences. Take Helldivers 2 as an excellent example. Would Helldivers 2 dynamic, versatile, highly replayable PvE co-op sandbox be as fleshed out if the developers had devoted time and resources to also developing a PvP multiplayer in tandem? I have my doubts. Now don't get me wrong, I do enjoy those trifecta complete package games, your Halos, your Gears of Wars, your Space Marines. But if I'm being honest with you all, I'm usually only consuming and coming back to 2/3 of these games, the campaign and the PvE. And historically, going over the life cycle of all these games, either the campaign, multiplayer, or PvE gets ignored in future content updates. And I don't blame the developers, it's a lot to maintain, and you've got to focus on where the majority of your players are, whether that's the PvP or the PvE. It's just a shame that the minority communities get left in the dust. Whereas with a more focused experience like Helldivers 2, the developers are able to focus on, flesh out, and continue to expand the core PvE experience that all their players are engaging with. And look how that's worked out for Helldivers as a game. There's nothing else quite like it on the market, having these massive, dynamic, chaotic battles. With several dozens of enemies on screen at any given time, massive explosions happening all around you, switching between and utilizing all the different weapons and stratagems in your loadout, trying to somehow tactically manage the absolute pandemonium happening in front of you. God, Helldivers 2 is so awesome. It's so much fun. I've been arguing this for years, I've been proclaiming this for years, and hell, I will not stop. If y'all aren't gonna stop, I'm not gonna stop. Far too many folks nowadays take video games for granted. They put their nostalgic years of gaming when they were a child and teenager on too high a pedestal. Because of this incessant fawning over the past, you're missing out on the great experiences you could have right now in the present. Like I said in my previous video, I'm in gaming nirvana right now. I'm never not enjoying video games when I sit down to play video games. Hell, there's simply too much good stuff to play right now. My backlog is monstrous. I still have to play Chronos the New Dawn, Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon, Stellar Blade, South of Midnight, and Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Oh, I still need to play Expedition 33. Oh, hours upon hours of quality gaming content for me to experience. If I can ever pull myself away from my current rotation of PvE co-op games that I've been playing by myself and with friends, this is where the real disconnect I find comes between me and all these gamers I see online, constantly every year proclaiming doom and gloom about the video game industry. Alas, still, the reason for this self-imposed misery is beyond my grasp. While all of you are bitching and moaning about the state of Call of Duty and Halo, I'm over here tearing apart a giant alien bug lizard with a chainsaw sword in Space Marine. You know, having fun playing video games. While you're all lamenting the latest greedy shenanigans of Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo, I'm over here battling fantastical bosses alongside awe-inspiring music in Elden Ring Night Rain. You know, having fun playing video games. Now, the numbers speak for themselves. The unprecedented sales and positive reception to many games over the past few years, whether it be Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, or Helldivers 2, they all showcase that millions of people are still playing and enjoying video games. The perspective and position that video games aren't as good as they used to be, that modern gaming is devoid of any new quality releases nowadays, it doesn't hold up to scrutiny, doesn't hold up to analysis. I think it's safe to say that for the gaming is dying, gaming is dead crowd, the veil has been lifted, the grift is over. Unfortunately, a few thousand people have yet to get out of their echo chambers and smell the roses. You can enjoy, you can have fun with modern gaming. It is very possible. I know this for a fact. I speak from experience. Just try, just give this a try. Stop watching YouTube videos about video games, stop just reading tweets about video games, and try playing some video games. Give Helldivers 2 a shot. There's a reason it sold millions. Give Space Marine 2 a shot. There's a reason it sold millions. Give Elden Ring Night Rain a shot. There's a reason it sold millions. Oh, and if you can convince your friends to pick up these games as well, oh my god, I can guarantee you're gonna have a great time. Hell, it doesn't even need to be a mainstream combat-focused game. Pick up one of these new co-op party games that have been blowing up. Lethal Company, R.E.P.O, Peak. Again, there's a reason all of these games sold millions. Hell, you don't even have to break the bank to play all these titles I've mentioned. You can wait for sales. Ah yes, waiting for sales. A lost art to the masses, I find, and something I should address. Folks, you don't need to purchase every new video game that releases day one at full price. You want to avoid disappointment? You want to avoid being burned? You want to avoid wasting money? Then for your own sake, have some patience. Wait for reviews. Wait for sales. Far too many people are letting others who don't have your best interest in heart dictate your spending habits and where you invest your time. Your sustained, self-imposed suffering isn't a bug, it's a feature. Misery loves company after all. And opportunists, grifters, social media demagogues want to convince you that there's a problem so they can sell you the solution. Themselves. Because if you're actually enjoying yourself, if you're actually having fun playing video games, then well, you're not consuming their content, now are you? Look, I'll admit, I haven't walked a mile in your shoes, and I can't relate to nostalgia. I have amnesia. I can't remember my childhood or my early teenage years. I'm someone who lives in the present, and as someone who lives in the present and is currently enjoying video games, loving video games, enthralled by video games, I have to imagine that everyone else can be too. I also have to imagine that my methodology for actually having fun playing video games isn't so outlandish. I look for things that interest me, I do my research, I wait for sales. I browse the Steam and Epic Games Store. Oh, the horror. To this day, I have friends, acquaintances, and viewers ask me, Ryan, where do you find these games? And I'm just like, they're just there? On Steam? I just browsed the store? Wasn't that hard to find. Video games haven't lost their magic. They can still provide unique experiences. They can still hit you with gut-wrenching emotional moments. They can still provide catharsis. They can still alleviate boredom. You can still make new friends and create lifelong connections playing modern video games. These things weren't unique to classic Call of Duty and Halo, I assure you. Oh, man. I hope all this yapping has been enough for me to get rid of all this gameplay footage. Not gonna lie, guys, you get me playing some of my favorite video games in order to record footage for them, and I will lose track of time. That's one of the reasons my last video, my co-op video, took way longer to make than intended, because I just got caught up in playing Helldivers, Space Marine, and Night Rain. I'm just like, fuck, just one more game, one more match. I can get even better footage this time, I swear. And all three of those games, Helldivers, Space Marine, and Night Rain, they're all just so clippable. Fucking awesome moments just happen in them nonstop. Fuck. Just thinking about Helldivers, Space Marine, and Night Rain makes me want to play them all right now. God damn it. Ugh, but I should be playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I need to play Expedition 33. Anyways, that's been a video. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did indeed, be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment sharing your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. And of course, share the video on social media, Twitter, Reddit, Discord. And if you want to help out and support me directly, please consider making a donation via YouTube Super Thanks or clicking on the links to my Buy Me a Coffee and Ko-Fi in the description down below. Anyways, once again, that's been a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.